Hello guys, LifeHackster here. Today we will review and check out the third iteration of the Reolink Duo camera, the Reolink Duo 3. I have reviewed their first gen and second gen models of these, and I will link it down below, and this so that you can mostly compare how Reolink improved this camera. Because every generation, it gets better. Design-wise, they are basically the same, nothing changed. But this new one now has a total of 16 megapixels because each lens has an 8 megapixel sensor, so two 4Ks combined. Also, thank you Reolink for sending me this Duo 3 to be reviewed. So this records in 7680 by 2160 pixel resolution at 20 FPS. Now to get most of this resolution though, there's a couple of things you need to change in the settings, and I'll tell you which ones later on. So keep on watching. It does have a 180-degree panoramic field of view, so it actually sees everything in my backyard. This camera also has spotlights, which are decently bright and gives you color recording at night. It has motion track feature, which is actually pretty cool. And this snapshot is going to be emailed to you, so you have to turn on email notifications in the app. And I'll show you here in a bit in the settings part of the video. Now, this is a wired PoE or Power over Ethernet camera. It needs to be connected directly to your network, which means more reliable and dependable than Wi-Fi cameras. Like any other Reolink, it records locally to a microSD card inserted on the camera itself and up to a 256GB card. And this also can connect to Reolink's NVR, and it only uses up one channel. It can record just motion events only or record 24/7. As to detection, it has Reolink's AI Smart Detection, humans, pets, and vehicles. Reolink also started to add the time-lapse feature on their cameras. And this is weatherproof with an IP67 rating. Inside the box, you will get some paperwork, lid installation guide, quick start guide, mounting template, and a window decal. We have the camera itself, and as you can see, same design. Same camera body like their Duo and Duo 2. Camera lens, two of them, light sensor, the mic, infrared LEDs and spotlights. And on the bottom here, we have a screwed in cover for the microSD card and the reset button. And we have a 1/4 screw mount. And we have the speaker. We also have a 1/4 screw mount on top. As to connections, we have an Ethernet port to connect to your PoE switch or injector. Or if you don't have one, then to your router or network switch, but you have to power it up separately, 12 volts DC. We have a mount, a metal bracket, but the mount itself is plastic. It also comes with a short Ethernet cable, the waterproof Ethernet lid, and mounting screws, anchors, hex wrench, and pin. I'll be installing a microSD card, and one thing I noticed that it is only compatible up to a 256GB card. But remember, the recordings are basically from two 4K cameras. I do highly recommend to add this to Reolink's NVR. Time to install this. Screw in the metal bracket using the two included screws. And I'll push in the wiring through the mount, which is a bit snug. So I'll plug in the Ethernet cable first, which is connected to my PoE switch before I'll hang the mount. I'll push the wires in, then hook the mount onto the metal bracket. Then I'll screw in the camera to the mount and tighten the hex screw. And position the camera and also tighten the screw on the ball joint. Finally, secure the mount to the bracket using the short machine screw. Time to set this up. Make sure your phone is connected to your network. Open up the Reolink app, and if you go to the app settings and if add device automatically is on, that means if you scroll down on your camera's list, you will see an uninitialized device. Click on it, create a device password, click next, name your camera, click done, and you will see the Duo 3. Click on it and it should open up the live view. Because of the 180 field of view, just turn your phone to see it better. Cool. Time to check the settings in the app. When you open up the app, you will see the snapshot from the camera. Click on it to get to live view, which loads up pretty quick. Now, because of the wide field of view, you can turn your phone or click on this to get it to landscape mode, so it is going to be a bit bigger. On top, you can manually trigger the siren. You can turn on the lights, which will change it to color mode. You can pause the live view, listen in, take a snapshot, record the live view, change the quality of the live view, clear, balanced, or fluent. On the bottom, mic icon for two-way talk, which is full duplex. Playback to view the recorded events, and in here you can sort them out, and I'll choose person detected events. And you can view it from here, or you can download the footage to your phone's album. Make sure it is in clear mode for full resolution. Gear icon for the camera settings, display, stream, and you can see that it records in 7680 by 2160 pixel resolution. Frame rate 20 FPS, which is the default, and also the highest that you can set it to. And I also set the frame rate to constant for my testing. These are all the other settings that you can change, but I'll show you one thing. If in your setup, the seams or the stitching of the two camera feeds is a bit off to you, then you can tweak it from here. I'll leave mine in default. This also has the brightness and shadows that you can tweak. As to the light and spotlights, you can change the brightness and you can schedule the lights to be on all night. Just like other Reolink wired cameras, you can set non-detection zones. You can gray out areas you don't want to be notified about. Adjust the sensitivity of the motion itself, and also can adjust separately person, vehicle, and animals. In camera recording, you can select which events it will record, or you can schedule it to record 24/7 using the timer. Same thing with the notifications. You can pick which events you want to be notified about. Email alerts, you do need to set this to get the motion track feature. You can select which events you want on the email notification. And in the email settings, this is where you add your email address. Now to set this up, you do need to put in your email password, which didn't really work for me. And I have the Yahoo email, so I added an app password, which I generated one in my Yahoo account. And this worked. Email content, you can have text with picture or video. And in image setting, this is where you can turn on motion track and the timestamp. As you can see in the email, the picture will be attached and you will see the timestamps. And another feature which Reolink has been adding to their cameras is the time-lapse feature, which is pretty neat, especially that this is a wide-angle camera. You will most likely have a use for it. Now let's check out the video quality, but before that, just give you a bit of context on how field of view affects video clarity. The wider the field of view, the video clarity deteriorates pretty quick, especially if the subject is farther away. As to video quality, I did set the bitrate to the highest, but I kept the bitrate mode, which is a new setting, I kept it in auto. And I realized when I was checking the footage, the bitrate of the footage is a bit low. So I had to change the bitrate mode to constant. And that is what you will see in my daytime footage. So this is the video and audio quality of the Reolink Duo 3 and video clarity test at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Test. This is the video quality of the Reolink Duo 3 at night, and this is with its spotlights turned on, and this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So this is the video quality of the Reolink Duo 3 at night, and this one, spotlights off, and it has 6 infrared LEDs. And this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We are going to test the motion alert notification speed of the Reolink Duo 3, and because it has a wide field of view, I'm actually here behind this wall here. Anyways, I'm on my 5G cellular network and it is 3:11, so let's check it out. Dang, that quick. And Reolink does have rich notification, but when you click on it, it should open up the live view, which should load up pretty quick also. 3:11. Alright, so it's 3:12 and it's less than a minute. The push interval can be adjusted on the Reolink, so this is every 20 seconds, so I should be detected again. I'll get a notification just like that. Cool. Alright, so we are going to test the maximum detection distance of the Reolink Duo 3. And the motion detection part of it, I've set it to the default. I think it is 43 or something. out of 100. Anyways, but the person detection, I bump it up to 100. So let's check it out. 50 feet on my fence line first. Well, I got detected at 50 feet. Cool. And it does load up pretty quick too. Right there.
This is the audio quality coming out from the Reolink Duo 3. This is the audio quality coming out from the Reolink Duo 3.
So what do you think? Overall, this Duo 3 performed very well. Detection is pretty spot on, quick notifications, and pretty responsive. I was easily able to add it to my Reolink NVR, and it only uses one channel. Now you're going to have black bars in your monitor just because of how wide it is, but you have an option to compress it without losing the field of view. So at least you're using the whole real estate of your monitor. Video quality is actually pretty good when a bitrate mode was set to constant. Now just to compare, the digitally zoomed in shot at 50 feet compared to the Duo 2. And to a regular field of view camera, the RLC 811. Remember, the narrow field of view will always win as to video clarity. But with the 16 megapixel sensor of the Duo 3, it can compete. The motion track is also a pretty good feature, especially when sharing snapshots to the police or to social media, instead of trying to upload a video. I like that it has timestamps. Now, the Duo 3 is just the start. There's still a couple more models in this 16 megapixel lineup. I'm also going to make a video on which is going to be better. One camera with a wide field of view like the Duo 3 and compare it to a tracking camera like the TrackMix. Or just have two cameras covering the area you want to monitor. Comment below which one will you choose. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.